Hey all, this is Qesankh, Kheperu for New World Dimensions, and I'm here just getting a little bit of coffee in the morning. Hold on one second, I'm going to pay for this. Sorry. It's a very beautiful day today. Take a look around here. All right, thank you. So I'm going to make this new video, and I'm going to call it You Don't Know Jack. Recently I've been getting a lot of emails from individuals who've been following my video blogs, and most of it is very positive and encouraging, but some of it is from people who obviously haven't done their research, who don't understand what they're writing about, but they're just regurgitating information, of course, and that's the way they're trained to do. And these are people specifically talking about the Word, the Bible. Now, let me that I am not here to cast any aspersions against these religions. I'm here to state the truth. And if you choose to participate in those religions, that's your free will. You can do that. No one's going to stop you. But what I want to talk about is the fact of how these religions were created and used in a way to not only enslave the minds of the masses of people on the planet, but used to kind of beat down people on this planet of indigenous cultures, basically minority individuals. So let's talk about this now. The emails I've been talking about refer to the fact that the Word says this. You know, again, the Bible, the book says this, or the Quran, you know, it says this, and this is how we should live. Let me say this. You don't need a book to tell you right and wrong. You don't need a book to give you a way in which to live. It's like, and I'm going to be very blunt. Again, I'm not trying to degrade or to basically attack any religion. But if you're that stupid that you need a book to tell you how to go to the bathroom, you know, a book to tell you how to walk and how to breathe, then there's something really wrong with you. You see, the Creator made us in harmony with the universe. If you study cosmology, you understand the principles of yin and yang. You know, the principles, the male principle, the female principle. You don't need a book to tell you how you're supposed to be living life. What you need to do is understand that you are a spiritual and divine being who's already in harmony, but because of false belief and false ideas, you've been taking out of that divine wisdom and giving false information. Hence is why you hear that term from the Kemetic culture, know thyself. So you have to get back into balance and in harmony with the universe so that you can know yourself. You don't need something written down to explain to you that you shouldn't kill. You know that. Intuitively, you know that. So these religions, Christianity, Judaism, Catholicism, are new kids on the block. They've only been around recently. The Chinese culture, the African culture, have built civilizations that go back thousands and thousands of years ago, built dynasties, built empires that were very moralistic, more so than the 400 years of this history of this country, which has done nothing but engaged in corporate greed, war, death, and destruction, all in the name of their religions. Look at it. Christianity has started so many wars, more wars than any other religion on the planet. You have never heard of a traditional African religion or New Age movement launching a war against an innocent nation under the guise of weapons of mass destruction. Every president that's come into office has had to prove that they're Christian, and in the name of Christianity, in the name of their beliefs, launch a campaign of war. Look at the Star Wars program that Reagan engaged in. Anyway, instead of these religions attacking the real evil organizations of this planet, the Illuminati, they have launched their campaigns against those who are victims, such as minority people, indigenous people. One of the things the Christian religions did was enslave and almost wipe out the Native Americans. And if you know your history, you know that the Illuminati were around during that time. So what I'm saying to you is, if you want to talk about the Word, and all you're doing is regurgitating information that you've learned, but you're not really thinking and analyzing what you're saying, then you don't know jack. You really don't know jack. Because again, these religions are new kids on the block. They haven't engaged in the real fight, which is to free the planet from the hold of the Illuminati, which is trying to indoctrinate us into a culture of evil and perversion. Fight them. Launch your campaign against them. Stop picking on those who are down and out. Minority people and indigenous people. Call out your leaders who claim they're Christian, but yet are out there taking money. Engaged in capitalism to the extreme, building mega churches, and then going around behind closed doors, doing all kinds of perverted stuff with young children, young boys and girls. Look at your history. That began in Africa. Civilization could not have been built if there wasn't some guiding moral principles already in place before the Ten Commandments, before the Bible. You cannot build that type of civilization if the culture itself wasn't already rooted in moralistic ideas. They understood science. They understood medicine. They mapped the stars. They were master engineers. They knew all of this before the first so-called savior came on board and tried to spread the idea of monotheism. That's not a new concept. Those civilizations knew about that. So what I'm saying is, before you engage in your rhetoric and start talking about things that others have told you to say, stop, think about it, research history, because most of these religions are afraid to pick up a damn book and read. And then let's have an intelligent discussion once you've done that. Because until you know history, not the history where it first started with so-called Adam and Eve, I'm talking about the history that goes into the great cultures, the Mayan cultures, the Ethiopian Empire, those cultures which didn't need the word and didn't need the book to understand right from wrong, because they understood cosmology and how to put you in harmony with the universe, in touch with the divine creator yourself. Think about that, because if you're not thinking about that, you don't know jack. This is Qesankh Kheperu for New World Dimensions. That's all for now.